Hello, Land Academy. Go ahead.
Greetings.
Go ahead, Joe.
You're emceeing right now.
Hey, it's February and we have a bunch of new members.
Yay.
So we'd love to, if you're brand new, have you introduce yourself here in the chat. Just say, hey, I'm XYZ
That's a good idea.
and I'm happy being here. Or my husband's making me do it or whatever is appropriate. And
Yeah, how funny that is. That's happened. We've had members, this is the best, where the husband bought it for the wife. Not kidding. Like they signed up their wife, you're gonna do this Land Academy thing, and now they're killing it. So we're great. It's really funny.
hey, by the way, let us know if you can see us and hear us. Otherwise, Joe and I are just having a corporate meeting.
Exactly. Yay. Okay, good. And let me back up and just say,
Thank you.
I'm Jill DeWitt. This is Steve and Jack Butala. If you're watching us on another platform for a few minutes, we are the co-founders of Land Academy. Well, we are the founders, not the co-founder. Co-founder, founders of Land Academy. And we're here to show you, basically how to start or grow your own land investment company. And I see now you're going to have to leave the room.
Yeah, I'm
This is going to
sorry.
be very interesting. Okay, hook me up with some slides here. All right, so we have a crazy timing. We have a project going on here at our home, and Jack's going to have to jump up here and
Just for 10 minutes. Probably.
Exactly. And I won't be able to do your current events.
That's all right.
So I'll get through the question.
So my point was, and I'm just going to step away for probably 5, maybe 10 minutes. My point is the point to this Thursday webinar, we've been doing it for almost 10 years now, is to answer your questions. The point is never has been, and it has caused confusion in the distant past for new people, has not been to teach the Land Academy product. We've tried that in the beginning, and this is not, it doesn't work out. So please go through the program, and I'm sure all of you have gone through the program or are in some portion of going through the program. This place is to ask those questions like office hours. You've gone through the textbook, you went to the lecture, and this is office hours for you to ask questions. Ask us about anything.
Cool. All right. While we have a few minutes, I'm going to jump in until it's time for you to go here. So as Jack mentioned, this is our time we get with you every week. We're here for a few minutes to the public too, just to kind of get you to know who we are and answer a question of the week for everyone. This is from Ashley D, and she says, I'm a total newbie, but I'm wondering what makes DataTree so great. Oh, this is a great question. I've seen RealQuest and Priced and PropertyRadar, but it seems like everyone likes DataTree best. Does it really matter? Is it just more user-friendly? Okay, you have to answer this one.
Hey, that's a lot of it, Ashley. It's user-friendly. There's several data aggregators out there. RealQuest is one, DataTree is one, and Black Knight has a lot of different products. They were originally started by title companies, and each of these title companies own these products even now. And they were to allow their own title agents all over the country to log in and get reports and real estate data on all that. At some point during the internet craze, they released their data to the public like us. And for a very long time, we used RealQuest. We were licensed providers there because it wasn't released to the public. It was released to aggregate resellers like us. Well, DataTree came along and really changed all that. They made the interface really, really usable and brought everything up into the 21st century. So yes, a lot of it is it's easier to use. What I love most about DataTree is they constantly are increasing the quality of their product and the scope. At some point, you're going to look at a piece of real estate. This is how this all ends. You're going to look at a piece of real estate and you're going to know everything, every single thing about the owners and all the owners before it and all of it. And so right now, when you look at a piece of real estate in DataTree, you learn about the piece of real estate, not its owners. And so DataTree knows that, and they're headed down that path. And it's really easy to use. So, I mean, I could talk about this for a couple of hours. DataTree is great.
Well, I'd like to say we've been licensed providers over the years of all 3 top ones. And at the very end too, DataTree is the one that provides the most data. For a long time, RealQuest only had the last recorded deed. DataTree always had everything they can get their hands on, number one. And then number 2, I know you have to go in a
I'm
second.
going to step away in a second.
You got it.
I'll be right back.
You got it. And then number two, it had, what was it? Oh, most customizable, if you will. So for those of you in Land Academy, you know, when you sit and download the data, you have like, what is it, 230 columns of data. It's not like priced or not like for a while, you know, some of these solutions like RealQuest had a, I can't remember the name of what it was called, but there was a kind of an easy button where you could almost download a list. Well, I would never want to do that because the list is only the top most requested you know, columns, what they think you want, not what you want. So we love DataTree because we can get our hands on every darn thing that the assessor shares. And that's what we're doing. If you would to the people in in Land Academy, watch me from Zoom. I can't tell if my mic is the same as, you put a note in the chat, please let me know if my mic's turned on, right? We kind of a lot going on this afternoon. I'm not sure Jack set me up all the way. So if you would tell me if my audio is good. So then I'm going to, thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. Okay, good. I'm going to talk about current events here for a minute. This is good because this week we got a little change. Of course, we have our podcast Monday through Friday. You know where to find that. For the members of Land Academy, our advanced training, which is a DataTree seminar led by one of the top trainers at DataTree, has been rescheduled to tomorrow. So it's tomorrow at 12:30 Pacific time. I'm going to try to log into and watch this because I always pick up on new little tips and tricks. And if you can attend this, I would do it. This is a really big deal. And the one thing I really want you to pay attention to is when they talk about, it will be recorded, yes. I want you to pay attention to all the flex search stuff, because that's the part where I get hung up. Like all our normal things that we do in DataTree, you know, downloading data, especially and researching properties and things like that. But I go diving deep. Like I go diving deep into the flex search option in DataTree, looking for surveys, for example. That was one of the things I was working on this week. I was digging for, actually not a survey, excuse me, easement. I was looking for an easement. And of course, the easement's not the property that you're looking for. It's usually on a property nearby because they granted the easement to get to the property, and you got to guess which one it is and search. There might be some easier ways that I'm using to find it. So I would love you to, gosh, attend if you can, especially pay attention to that. And when you see what they have at their fingertips on the flex search options, they'll come up with mortgage documents. They come up with like, you know, maybe it's a house you're doing and you want to double check for yourself, you know, because escrow is taking a little bit, or before you even go to escrow, are there any liens on the property? You'd be shocked as what's in there. It's really good. So that's happening tomorrow afternoon. So it is closed for Land Academy members. And of course, if you are a Land Academy member and you can't attend because you tried, you can't, it will be recorded and then put on the member dashboard for you as one of our, you know, every month we do an advanced training, you know, content for you. So that's where you'll find that. 2025 mailer planning session. All right. This is a special invite only thing that we did earlier this year for new members. And we're going to help you plan out your 2025 mailer. You know, how much should I do? How many records do I need to download to this many units to get this much out in the mail? You know, how much volume can I handle? We're going to talk all about that. Even we'll talk money if you want to take it back to how much money do I need to, you know, I want to make this much a month. How much mail do I budget to get that much mail out there? You know, how much money to do the mail, to get the offers, to get the deals. And we'll take all that. So that's going to be Wednesday next week at 3:00 Pacific time. And of course, our regular call will be next week too. So excellent. Now this stuff, I'm a little, I don't have Jack with me right now, and he's always so good at this, and I'm on his computer. So I'm gonna look to my support team. Do you want me to try to wing it here? Or do you want to, I hate to close her up early and get to the the member deals, or do we have any big general questions? How about this? There any questions that you are comfortable asking that I can answer for the public here, because they can't see our deals and I won't let them see our deals. And by the way, I see some deals going in now, so be sure and load them up. Oh gosh, wing it. Thanks. Oh, you want me to? Okay, I'll be Jack. This is great. All right. You know what this is? Like, I'm not even good on his keyboard. This is the funniest thing. So let me guys are cracking me up. Oh gosh. Let me go back. Well, let's check the trends. Housing trends by Jill. First, Jill has to figure out how to copy this line. Let's see if that did it. Guys. Stephen, I don't even know how to copy a column here. I can't, oh, good. I need a flannel.
You need a
I
flannel?
can't. Someone says I need a flannel shirt like you.
Oh,
Without a flannel shirt, I can't copy that top line.
just a flannel shirt. I
I
like
know.
it.
How do you copy that? Oh, okay. I was trying.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So as we've been looking at for probably at least a year now, are these trends. This is week over week. That gets us to February 8th. These statistics are against last year. So what we're looking for is trending. Anything weird is what we're looking for. For the last several weeks, that's been pretty consistent. And this is consistent with last year, actually. You can see it. About 25% more active listings than there were last year. That's a lot. That's a lot of real estate. I expect this to go higher. What this all means in general is that there's a lot more real estate available for sale, which will inevitably make the prices go down. They are not going down the way I thought. And lowering interest rates is only going to make them go up. So it's a very strange little market that we're in. In the end, it's great for us. The more, we're at the tail end of an 8,000 unit listing and it's trailing on our listing. Did I say listing? Mailer, 8,000 unit mailer. And we're just getting all kinds of juice out of it in a really good way because people can't sell their existing properties. New listings, go ahead.
I was going to add, because I was going to do data by Jill.
Oh,
You know what's interesting to me? With 25 to 27% more active listings year over year, right? And the price change is so similar that at some point they're going to get tired of it and remember price adjustments. It's going to happen. It's really interesting. Or some of these people are just throwing them out there and they don't really want to sell. That's what I'm seeing. It's very interesting.
We talked about this in the fourth quarter last year a lot.
Yeah.
We haven't seen the worst of it yet.
Yeah.
I really think the 3-in-1 and 5-in-1 adjustable rate mortgages have not kicked in yet. The COVID
It's coming.
And was really overpriced a lot of markets. So there's not going to be the disaster like we had in 2009, but it's definitely going to be to our advantage. Between 2009 and 2011, Jill and I bought probably 1,200 properties, maybe 1,100. Bought and sold, kept some of them. We still have some of them now. Some are rented out. So I expect some version of that to happen. It won't be that crazy though. Yeah, that is kind of that's the extent of the news that we have for this week.
Good, because I would have gone through more.
You would have?
I'm like, well, they're there. I figured they're there for a reason.
This just puts those percentages to numbers. And the truth is, I know last week we had so many deals to look at. I don't want to take a ton of time to actually just look at the news. And at the end of January here, 2025, the state is a little bit old. This is the number of price reduced properties, on the MLS that have been reduced versus January of 24. It's a pretty substantially increased number. These are units, not percentages, obviously. Price increased, very few. New listing counts, there's a lot more. And active listings is the killer. This is that
This is 2 big
25%.
schools,
Yeah.
though. This is good.
This is that 25%. There's just a lot more property for sale. It all leads to, like I said, send a bunch of mail out.
Here's a little tick down. Look at the listing price. See,
Yeah.
median, tick down a little bit. That's the,
So that's just reflecting these percentages.
I love it. This is cool. All right. Oh, I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read Britton's little comment here for everybody. And then do you have more news and then we'll close it
Oh,
up?
no more news.
Okay.
We can look at deals.
Okay. So Britton says, hi, I was a member 7 or 8 years ago when it was all about mailing. I got very busy and now I'm getting back into it. Yay. I still need to catch up on the trainings, but I wanted your take on mailing versus texting versus calls, etc. If more than mailing is not the only method, do you have a suggestion on how to distribute resources across various ways to reach sellers? I have a lot of thoughts on this.
Go ahead.
You know what, Britton, that was starting to creep up a while ago and we tested. First, I tested calling, then texting very, very carefully because that's the one, if you're going to get your hand slapped, that's going to be the biggie with it. You know, when an attorney can easily trace, especially you're sending out mass texting and you don't have a prior relationship, that could sink your ship. So you could really